rifle right here, the Type 99 Arisaka, Japan's mid-war bolt-action brute. Built out of desperation, fired in the jungles, beaches, and bunkers of the Pacific. This rifle was not designed to win the war, it was designed to outlast it. Today, here on Boomstick Banter, we'll be talking about one of World War II's most misunderstood and toughest rifles. 1939, Japan is already knee-deep in the war with China, and planning for worse. Their standard rifle, the Type 38, decent but chambered in 6.5 round that just didn't bring the pain. Enter the 7.7 by 58 mm, bigger, badder, and built to punch for more than just bamboo and body armor. Japan's answer? The call with a new rifle, the Type 99. This isn't just a caliber swap, it's a total attitude change. Heavier, round, shorter barrel, chrome-lined bore, this meant business. The one I'm holding is a 10th Series Nagoya Arsenal build, made around 1942 to 43, which puts this in mid-war production. Right in the furnace of the Pacific War, Japan was still trying to keep up the quality, but the cracks were showing. You can see here, it is, let's see, yep, that's the Nagoya Arsenal marking. That one right there, you can't really see it, it's kind of crappy. But that one is the year, and then you have the numbers, obviously. This Arsenal and series stamp tells us exactly when things started to shift from polished and proud to fast and functional. The early Type 99s came tricked out. AA sights, monopods, dust covers. It was like a rifle with a bonus DLC. But resources got tight, and all that fluff started disappearing. This one, mid-war model, the frills are gone, along with other things, thanks to our lovely Bubba. Let's see, so it still has the anti-aircraft sight portion, like to adjust your range and everything, but it does not have the fold-out AA wings. It obviously doesn't have the dust cover either, which would be right here, and it for sure does not have the monopod, because all this wood here is missing. But what's left is a bare-knuckle version, lean, mean, and ready to fight. This rifle fought in some of the most brutal conditions of World War II. Okinawa, Iwo Jima, Burma, jungle rock, rain, heat. It ate rifles alive, but the Type 99 held its own. GIs hated getting shot by them, but when they captured one, many of them kept them. Why? Tougher than it looked, and built to take a punishment. Let's undo the safety and open the bolt. It's not buttery smooth like the Mauser or the Springfield. It cycles with force, no nonsense, like the soldiers who carried it. The early Type 99s came tricked out. AA sights, monopods, dust covers. It was like a rifle with a bonus DLC. But resources got tight, and all that fluff started disappearing. This one, mid-war model, the frills are gone, along with other things, thanks to our lovely Bubba. Let's see, so it still has the anti-aircraft sight portion, like to adjust your range and everything, but it does not have the fold-out AA wings. It obviously doesn't have the dust cover either, which would be right here, and it for sure does not have the monopod, because all this wood here is missing. But what's left is a bare-knuckle version, lean, mean, and ready to fight. Alright, let's talk about how I acquired this here Type 99. it was 2019 or 2020. Went into the Rickreall gun show. Wasn't particularly looking for any rifle in general. I was just there to look, hang around. But I seen this one and it popped out to me, basically saying, "Please restore me to my former glory." So when I got this rifle, all of the wood furniture was painted black, and I have now got it to where it's down to just bare wood. There's no stain. Um, you can kind of see some of the black still right there. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can see. There's a little bit of the original colored stain right there, and then in these where the wood's a little bit roughed up. But I mean, with this being a mid-series rifle, I have a lot less parts to find. I mean, I need to find the front wood, and I would like to have the bayonet, uh, maybe the monopod, stuff like that. But I mean, I fired this rifle and did some coyote hunting with it, and quite frankly, if the ammo wasn't $1.75 a round, I might go out and hunt more with it. But I really want to restore this back to its former imperial glory and just have a very nice World War II rifle. The Type 99 is a snapshot of a military trying to keep pace while headed towards the drain. Early models were prideful, late models were crude, mid-war rifles like this one, they are the middle ground, functional, durable, no wasted motion. If it tells you anything about Japan's situation, tight on resources, heavy on resolve, they weren't building a museum piece, they were building a last stand. Alright, now before we close things out, I want to pull back the camera and actually talk about where this rifle came from, and not just the factory, but the mindset of the Empire of Japan during World War II. This Type 99 was made at the Nagoya Arsenal, as you can see the Nagoya Arsenal marking. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at my screen to make sure I'm actually pointing out what I need to. So that's your Nagoya Arsenal marking right here, and then also that would be, I do believe, the 10th series marking. So this one would have likely rolled off the line around 1942, late 1942 to early 1943, mid-war. So things were still hot in the Pacific, but Japan's war machine was running thinner by the day. I mean, you can kind of tell this has a rougher bolt, but it's still got the round knob, and it's also still got the design for, the safety. So, I mean, it was still not a last-ditch effort. It was definitely mid-war effort. I mean, it's missing, doesn't have the anti-aircraft fold-downs, but it still does have that. And then, I mean, obviously you'd still have the wood here. So mid-series didn't really come with, your monopod or your anti-aircraft wings. That was kind of thrown out by then. Let's see. The early War Machine Type 99s were a very beautiful machined curled bolt handle, just like this one, but way better and less rough. Obviously, it had crisp parts. I mean, this one's still pretty decent for it being late war. Let's see if I can just pop out the bolt real quick. Oh, safety off, bolt on. There you go. Set this over here. But what I mean by decent craftsmanship, like I showed you before, I mean, that takes some time and energy to do. I mean, the late models really wouldn't have had that last-ditch effort, as they're called. Stocks went from a one-piece to a two-piece, And, you know, most people when they see this stock, so here, you've got the hole up here, and then you've got the lower part. These are actually two pieces of wood joined together because I guess Imperial Japan during that time couldn't find good wood. But I mean, honestly, this is over, 80 years old, or close to 80 years old, and it's still holding up really good. There's just some pretty good craftsmanship still in the mid models, but you got to know what you're looking for. I mean, I fired this rifle; it fires very nicely. Bluing did get thinner between mid-war, late war. Um, by the time 1944 hit, these rifles were basically battlefield necessities. Durable, yes, but stripped of anything extra. This wasn't just a gun, it was a symbol of a nation pushing itself to its limits. Alright, let's jump in and talk about the 7.7 by 58 millimeter round. The 7.7 by 58 replaced the older 6.5 by 50 in the late 1930s. Japan wanted more stopping power, especially after seeing the effects of 30-06 8M Mauser and the 303 British in World War I and in China. Not quite a copy, but close. Ballistically similar to the British 303, which makes sense. Japan's reverse engineered a lot of early gear from Britain. But the 7.7 by 58 is a rimless, unlike the 303, making it a better feeding in bolt and automatic actions. It actually hits harder than you think. The muzzle velocity is 2,400 to 2,600 feet per second, depending on the load. The bullet weight, typically 174 to 180 grains, equivalent in the punch to the 30-06 or 7.62 NATO, makes the recoil much more noticeable than Japan's older rifles. Three main versions because war equals chaos. You have your rimless standard Type 99 rifle, semi-rimmed for your Type 92 machine guns, rimmed, used in the anti-aircraft machine guns. Japan was juggling multiple types at once, which caused ammo confusion in the field. Bad idea in a war. Corrosive and crusty. Military surplus ammo is often corrosive prime. That means if you don't clean your rifle well after shooting, bubble will haunt you and your barrel. Rare and pricey in the US. Ammo is hard to find and expensive and not great for plinking. Reloaders love it though, especially since you can convert 30-06 or 303 brass with some work. So, the ammo I have for my Type 99 is actually some that I bought at the gun show. It's a 30-06 casing with some work, standard 30-06 here, and with some work you get this guy. It's 7.7. The Type 99 has one of the strongest bolt actions, World War II Mauser style. Stout as hell, honestly. So the 7.7 by 58 was made to take advantage of the strength. Translates to, it's a thumper. When you hold a Type 99, you're not just holding a rifle, you're holding a survivor. From the Pacific mud to your gun safe. This thing has been through hell. It's not the prettiest, it's not the smoothest, but in its time, it got the job done, and it deserves to be remembered for what it is. A rifle that fought to the very end. Thanks for watching Boomstick Banner. Like, subscribe, and keep those chambers clean, and we'll catch you next time with more history, more firepower, and a whole lot more steel.